and interactive tools, InvestView's family of subsidiaries focus on delivering products that serve individuals around the world. InvestView companies are forging a path for individuals to take advantage of financial and technical innovations for you, for your family, for your future. InvestView. Invest in you.
Okay, folks, it gets better when we're looking at impeachment and we're looking at FISA reports that are forged and changed and based on evidence that's been disproven. We're talking about all the time the federal agents forgetting to provide exculpatory evidence to the FISA court. Who better to bring in than former FBI special agent, former assistant U.S. attorney under Loretta Lynch, and former New Jersey prosecutor, Paul Wiegartner. Paul, thanks for joining us again.
Thank you for having me.
I want to get your perspective because you've been a prosecutor, you've been inside the FBI as a special agent, and to me, both the Inspector General's report and the FISA rebuke on the FBI the last couple of days leave much to be desired.
I couldn't agree more. I used to be in the chain of command of approving these FISA reports, or these FISA warrant affidavits. And I want to just talk a little bit about what the purpose of FISA was, if I could, and explain that in order to listen to somebody's phone calls, you need a very high standard. If you want to bug them, listen to them, and non-citizens and people who are working as an agent of a foreign power are considered to have less rights. You don't need to prove for Fourth Amendment that they're not protected by the Fourth Amendment, so it's considered a lower standard. So these FISA warrants are based on if someone is acting as an agent of a foreign power, you can listen to them for intelligence purposes at a lower standard than you could for, say listening to mob guys who are citizens committing crimes. But what they did here is one of the 17 errors and omissions, which isn't an error, it's a lie, right. Is that they had an attorney by the name of Kevin Kleinsmith who had a job like me, that he was one of the guys in the approval process. And for Carter Page, who was a Trump campaign worker, they had a lot of contacts that he had with foreigners and things, and they were telling the FISA court, we believe he's an agent of a foreign power, so we should be able to wiretap him and listen to him. And Kevin Kleinsmith altered an email that said that Carter Page was actually working for another intelligence agency, which everybody believes is the CIA.
Right.
He's an Annapolis grad. He's working as an asset for the CIA, and they asked the CIA, "Does this guy work for you?" And the CIA says, "Yes,
he does."
He does. And Kevin Kleinsmith, who was not identified by name
doesn't crumble up the document and throw it to the side. Actually goes in
and puts the word
changes
not.
it and says is not an agent
yes.
for us.
Yes.
So you're a prosecutor. You've been an agent. Isn't like if they say, hey, we think this guy may be a foreign agent, right? Mm-hmm. And some other agency says, well, yeah, he's been working for us for 5 years. They call that exculpatory.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So the I.G. Horowitz said it himself. They not only by omitting it, you said that's the lie, right? Not only did they omit it, they changed it.
Correct.
But it's not up for grabs, right? They had a duty to give the judge on the panel on the FISA court, all information garnered, not just the stuff that fits their story.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I know the FISA judge, too little, too late, issued a rebuke to the FBI after this week. But she mentioned a heightened duty because this is an ex parte thing. It's not like a normal court case where you go in and you're the defense and I'm the prosecution and we get to argue it out and the judge is the referee. This is something where no other party is involved. You're going to the judge in secret. It's a secret court. Nobody else gets to argue their side and say, wait a minute, you forgot this, you forgot that.
Right.
So there's a heightened duty of candor to the court. And this is something that they obviously...
No candor.
They made 17 of these errors, this is the most egregious one, but there's a lot of other very serious ones. But I'm very disappointed in the IG's report that they didn't ascribe motivations to this. So if I could, I'd like to talk a little bit about who this Kevin Kleinsmith is.
You know what, Frankie, this is good stuff. Let's keep...
Very
Can you hang out?
Absolutely.
Can you hang out?
Absolutely.
Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And this is the stuff that, you're not going to hear on the left. You may not even hear it on Fox and others, but this is a former FBI special agent, former assistant U.S. attorney, So he knows where the bodies are buried on this stuff. We're going to keep Paul here. Stay right there. More on the FISA story right after this.